daughter is 5 years old.
Yeah, 5, yeah.
You went through some drama with your daughter's mother. Mm-hmm. What do you think caused that drama initially?
Really just two people with different views on life, different upbringings. My upbringing is totally different from hers.
What is up, you guys? It's your girl, Brand New, and I am back in the building. And this time, honey, I am back with a part 4 of the Bow Wow series. Okay, and on part 4, we will be taking a deep dive into Bow Wow's relationships with women like the Erica Menas, his child's mother, the Keisha Coles, the Angela Simmons. We will be talking about all of that and more on this part 4.
And just two different opinions, just two different minds, you know what I mean? And me playing games, of course. Like, I'm a realist. Like, I let people know if it's, if it was something that I did. Playing a lot of games, broken promises, things like that, things that can piss a woman off. And, you're telling your boys, yo, this bitch is crazy, but not knowing I'm the type of person that would say, yo, this bitch is crazy, but I made her crazy.
Wow, he actually admits to making women crazy. So would this be the same attitude you have with Kiyomi? Y'all remember the girl that he got into it with the elevator? They was in an elevator or whatever, and then y'all remember she was on the Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta show. Y'all remember the model-looking chick, Instagram-looking chick. Y'all remember her. Well, Bow Wow is admitting his faults, honey.
You know what I mean? Like, that's me, because I'm just being real. So it stems from that. It stemmed before my daughter was even born. We always had an up and down type of thing, try to make it work. It doesn't work. Let's be friends. Okay, now we fall out. We hate each other. She sees me out partying chicks. Oh, it's something. So it just never could meet. And, now I'm at a place now it's gotten to a cool space to where, she can talk to whoever she wants to talk to. It's totally fine. I barely even see her. My daughter's 5 years old. She FaceTimes me. She calls me on her own. And, for me, I feel like if I don't have nothing good to say, or if I really don't like your energy, it's best you just don't be around me. And it's not even like no disrespect, because I have disrespected my baby mother on the internet. I ain't gonna lie. But,
right.
It's just, for me, if we don't work or we don't vibe, then let's just stay the fuck away from one another. And that's kind of like the relationship we have now. Okay. It's, her and my mother's relationship is incredible. We cool, but it's not like I don't have to call her for shit. Like, and she doesn't have to call me for nothing.
Right.
That's good. That's the type of co-parenting relationship that a lot of people should have. But that's not what a lot of people do. They steadily try to run after the baby mama or the baby daddy, knowing they don't get along with the person. So I'm glad that Bow Wow, realized he didn't want to be one of those people. That's good.
And I love that. I love the fact that I'm here for my daughter. So the fact that my daughter can pick up the phone and she can FaceTime me, she can text me, voice message me, that's all I need. And her grandmother is like a second mother to me. And my daughter's mom's mother is like a second mom to me. Okay. And I don't know where I would be as a father without her.
Yeah. And
she plays a big role in this whole thing. So
you had mentioned at one point that you were suicidal?
Yeah, years ago, yeah.
I mean, how serious was it? Like, were you really...
I was in a
dark... looking for places to kill yourself?
I was in a dark space.
Well, what got you in that space?
Right in that third album point. Like, right around the third album. That's when I was just done. I was just, my boys get on me because I like to sit in the house. And my answer and my response to that is because I've done everything. I've been everywhere. 3 times or 4 times again. I've been everywhere. I've done everything. It's not a girl I ain't smashed. It ain't a place I ain't been. It ain't a hotel room I ain't stayed in. It ain't a car I ain't drove. Yeah. So for me, life is all about just making sure everything is operating right. Because I've done everything.
So you don't have any aspirations? There's been nothing that you haven't done yet
I just
that
want
you
work.
aspire to?
I just want to work. That's it.
Do you have a Grammy?
Nah.
Do you have an Oscar?
Nope. I wouldn't mind getting one of those.
See what I'm saying?
But I'm not thinking about it. I just want to let it happen. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Okay.
A Grammy.
We don't work towards
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just going to keep doing what I do. If it comes, it comes. If it comes, it comes. But it's...
I like his response to that, if it comes, it comes, because a lot of people, they get so caught up, you guys, on getting Grammys, on getting Oscars, and getting other people's approval. And don't get me wrong, it is a good accomplishment to have. It really is. But, I just feel like as long as you are enjoying the craft that you are doing, then you are winning, But that's very interesting that he said it just felt like I did everything. And I just, I didn't want to keep going because I already have everything. There's really nothing to work towards. I remember it was some years ago. I remember we was seeing different Instagram messages from him, like different posts from him, and saying he's in a dark place, and and I didn't understand it because I'm like, shit, you got way more money than me, honey. But I guess he felt deep down inside his life didn't have purpose anymore, because when you think about life, you're always thinking about what can I do to improve my life. Where can I go? Maybe I'll travel here. Maybe I'll do this or do that. But how do you really feel when you've already did those things? You kind of feel like there's nothing else to prove. You feel hopeless. And we all know that he was pretty depressed around that third album, because I think the third one is the one he didn't really do with Jermaine. So that type of separation, I'm pretty sure, left him depressed and feeling alone and worthless.
Winning a Grammy is not on my mind.
Okay.
Hosting the Grammys, that's on my mind.
Okay. So that's an
Just with
aspiration.
the right time this time.
Okay. In an interview a while back, you had mentioned a fling with Kim Kardashian.
Oh, man. I mentioned it, or was Charlamagne trying to pull it out of me?
I'm not sure.
I think Charlamagne was trying to pull one out of me.
Okay. Any truth in it?
He mentioned her name and he saw my facial expression. I got a lot of respect for Ye. I'm not even gonna.
Okay.
I got a lot of, and plus, she's a mom, and I feel like so many people take shots at her, like all the guys that she's ever talked to in her past, and it's like I don't want to look up and and me and Ye, we're cool, and we actually share a mutual friend, and shout out to T Mills, that's my partner, and Mills is always with Ye, so if I said anything right now, Ye would be. Mills, get back on the phone right now. It'll be one call. So it's like and now I'm at a point in my life where I just want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to have their own peace and everybody live their life. And
Wow, that's very mature. That's very mature for Bow Wow to say that. Let's give Bow Wow a hand clap, honey. I always like to give people props when props is due, honey. Let's give him a big old hand clap for that. Because that's very classy. Because he really could have went in and exposed how many times they had sex. I know they did. It's Kim Kardashian we talking about. We know everybody done got them draws. I'm just saying. Okay? But I like, his response to that. So that's cool, Bow Wow.
Yeah, so I have nothing bad to say about Kim at all.
Well, you had mentioned a while back that you gave advice to James Harden about side chicks.
Yeah. See, a lot of people don't understand that. Like I said, there's another side of Bow Wow that the world don't know. Mm-hmm. So it was just fun. It was just funny because I've never been caught up like that before. My game always been tight.
You and Erica Mena.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bit of a surprise when I heard about it. Just to be, I've interviewed her before.
Yeah.
And
I've seen the interviews.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really quickly, you guys, I thought that Erica Mena and Bow Wow made a cute couple, even though she looked like, she was one of his aunties or something. You know, it's definitely a big height difference between the two. A beautiful couple because Bow Wow is very handsome. Erica Mena, very beautiful woman. She crazy as hell. I just knew it was not gonna work. And I knew that Erica Mena was way too much for Bow Wow to handle. Okay, you gotta be a man's man to handle Erica Mena. Okay, or she go walk all over you and act crazy and do what she do, honey.
This is before you guys were engaged, and I think like right before actually.
Yeah.
And you know, you've seen her on Love and Hip Hop, and you see her wilding out and everything else like that, and then suddenly I'm engaged to Bow Wow. Like, where did that come from? Like, how did that come together?
Pretty much a lot of things that I do. I mean, I know I'm pretty much like a public person, but a lot of things, you know, I do it without letting people know what I'm doing. I just live my life, and I think if you just live, you just look up and like, oh shit, how did it happen? Like, we seen Blue Ivy like this tall, then like next week Blue Ivy was like this tall. Like, what the fuck? And it's the same thing, you know. We only show you what we want to show you. And she was hosting 106 with me for fucking ever.
Right, yeah.
Before 106 in Park, she was supposed to play in Lottery Ticket. Tierra Marie wasn't supposed to have that role. That role was for Erica.
Wow.
She came in, read with me. This was 2005, 2006. Read with me. The studio loved her. I love you, Erica. Sorry, but she couldn't say hamburger right. I'm going to put it out there. I know.
She couldn't say hamburger right?
Yeah, it was a line she had to say hamburger. If you watch Lottery Ticket, it's a scene where me and Tierra Marie at the dinner table. And she mentions burger, and it was like, you know, she's Puerto Rican and Dominican. So her little accent, is like, it just couldn't come out. But the studio loved her. Like, she was young, beautiful, Latina, and they wanted a Latina in the hood instead of, you know, the typical, you know, black girl in the hood or whatever. But we've been knowing each other since then. So 2006, I lived in Miami. A friend of mine tried to, like, always tell me about her, but I never really paid no attention. If Erica was here right now, she'd be like, yeah, Bow would diss me. He would never want to talk to me. This, that, and the third. And it wasn't until we got older. And she came and did 106 with me, and we just started talking and reminiscing, like, yo, wouldn't have been fucking nuts if that was you on Lottery Ticket? And mind you, we haven't seen each other since Lottery Ticket. So we went on like a fucking 6-year not talking, not nothing. Not by purpose, just how life works. And I remember me in New York now, we spent a lot of time. She was trying to play real tough because I didn't know how to come at her really, because I'm like, damn, is she more on the dude side because she fuck with girls? Is she more on the feminine side? And I'm like, all right, I know how I'm going to do this. But she was playing a little hardball at first, and then that broke. And then next thing you know, we was in Puerto Rico having a great time, and we come back, and then boom, we together. Then 9 months down the line, BET Awards in Atlanta, and I proposed to her. And she's the one that put that news out there, though. I didn't put that out.
It was on a red carpet.
Yeah.
I think it was like a Jack Thriller or
something. Yeah, it was. I was
carpet.
hosting. And then she comes over to...
Bottom line, fool, you proposed way too quick. You didn't really get to know her. You were making a decision with your small head, which is your penis, and not your big head, which is your brain, which is what a lot of you men do. But you should have got to know her, you know, more. It don't sound like y'all dated for a long time, or that whole engagement, it just seemed like it was just spur of the moment. Wasn't she still with Sin? It was like at the tail end of her ending her relationship with Sin Santana from Love and Hip Hop. And then all of a sudden we began hearing Bow Wow and Erica. I'm like, huh? What? Wait, ain't you still heartbroken over Sin? Damn, you sure do move fast.
Area. I'm on the red carpet. She goes, oh my God, babe, I told them. I'm like, you did what? I'm like, oh my God, social media is about to be fucking going nuts. I said, you told them what? I told them that we were engaged. I'm like, you told them the now? Like, that's the type of dude I am. I'm like, oh, fuck. It's like, what you want me to do? I'm like, you good. I'm not mad. Like, fuck it. Okay. Do it now, get out the way. Fuck it. And then that's what happened.
So you guys are engaged. And then comedians start taking shots at you guys. Tony Rock took a shot at you. You and Erica, I mean, you guys were engaged, and then suddenly you had a very public falling out. But what caused the falling out?
They had a public falling out. I stayed off social media when, like, I didn't have a Snapchat. When she was Snapchatting, like, going crazy on me, subliminally, she should have just said my name because everybody knew she was fucking, every post was about me.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just let her do her thing. Because in my mind, I learned that all my beefs have come from women.
Pretty much.
And this shit ain't cool to be beefing with no woman.
Right.
And my homies tell me that all the time. And that was the first time I took their advice. I said, I'm never going to respond to Erica publicly.
Okay.
But you got with her and you saw how she acted on Love and Hip Hop and you didn't know the bitch was crazy? Come on now, Bow Wow. I think Bow Wow pretty much dated her, you guys, because she was a pretty face, you know, had a nice body before she got it fixed. Because Erica, to me, she didn't really need all this work that she didn't went and got. She was already just beautiful.
Oh, I did a lot of texting behind it, but publicly, no. I'll let her do that because that's just who she is. She's out. She's going to do, and she's been on TV. She had nothing to hide. For me, I got CSI. I got so many other things that they eye me. They watch me. Yeah. So I can't be arguing with, and it just looks terrible. Like, it looks sloppy. You know what I mean? It just looks bad.
I personally don't respond to people who beef with me publicly.
Yeah, I can't do it.
You know what I'm saying? Everyone, I mean, Jay Electronica said some shit about me, this person.
You can't do it.
This person said it, that person said it. But, you know, it's like, I feel that being professional will always win.
Right.
Being unprofessional, you'll have different degrees of losing.
Right, exactly.
Sometimes it'll be a slight loss, sometimes it'll be a monumental loss, but it will never really be a win.
Exactly.
But, I mean, she went off. She accused you of abuse.
Yeah.
So they have this tweet that Erica had put on Twitter some time ago, and it said, Shad, if you want to tell the real story, tell the real story. What you did to me physically, you got the pictures too. Send the blogs that instead. Ooh, child. Was she physically abused by Bow Wow, you guys? Did you guys hear about this?
Oh, she went crazy.
She talked about she had a miscarriage.
That's true.
That's true.
We did have a miscarriage.
Okay.
Yeah, we did have a miscarriage.
Do you think that caused the breakup? Because that's usually a pretty serious thing to go through as a couple.
Yeah. Not really. That didn't cause anything. Like I said, I'm private with certain things.
But you did not get engaged to somebody that's private. You got engaged to a Love and Hip Hop star. You know, that's like going to the strip club and then hitting it off with one of the girls and expecting her to be faithful to you and expecting her to go to church and be this good person to you. You got with a damn stripper. You know, like, why are you complaining that she's out all night? You know, that ties into her profession with being a stripper, being out all night, you know, so I don't understand his logic, you guys, of picking out Erica Mena. What the hell did you think was going to happen?
No one knew he was even having a baby. Like, that was one of the rumors that never spawned out of our relationship. The media, it never happened. When she did that, for me, I'm looking at it like, why do you tell, or why do we feel sometimes that we have to ask the internet? These motherfuckers don't care. They're not doctors. They're not psychiatrists. They're not that. And it's just something that's natural for people to do when they, you know, I get it. She's looking for aid or she's looking for something when you do that.
Don't you do that too, nigga? You done been on here on Twitter and, you know, talking about you want to commit suicide or you feel so depressed or, you know, you having a rough time in your life. I know I definitely, you guys saw those tweets that Bow Wow has put up. So it's just really convenient that he's speaking about Erica Mena and how she is on social media, but what about the shit that you do? Because you sitting up here talking about how you this ultra private person. You're not private all the time. You're not.
You're looking for some type of sympathy or some type of attention to make you feel good. I understand. I get it. I just didn't like that out there. I didn't want that news out there. Then now that's something.
It's pretty personal.
Yeah, it is. And I'm like, yo, first of all, it happened like months ago. So to me, it's like, you should have said this shit when it happened. Why are you saying it now? Like to me, it's looking like we're asking for attention, and we don't need attention. Like, we don't need it. And that didn't spawn the breakup. I just think that in time, things just happens.
And I get what he's saying, you guys, but like I said, he does it too. So you cannot, pick on her about putting certain things out there, and then damn well you do the same damn thing whenever you get ready to. And then I didn't like the whole thing with the miscarriage, because that is something very hurtful, very painful for a woman to have to go through. And I don't know, it just seemed like around that time, because I remember when that happened, it just seemed like he wanted her to go through all of that by herself, and that's not cool. It's like, be compassionate, towards your woman. You the one that picked her out. So, have her back. And with a miscarriage, a lot of people, they may miscarry in January, and then about March, April, then they may want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't just get over a miscarriage. That affects you for a long time. Some women, it affects them for years. So I always felt he wasn't really all that empathetic about it. He just kind of made everything about him. Well, we don't need that type of attention. Nigga, who is we? She the one that put it out there, and yes, you have something to do with it. You lost a child too, but come on, you knew who the hell you was engaged to.
Person you want to marry and spend the rest of your life with.
At one point, for sure.
Yeah.
At one point, for sure. But then, you start finding out things, and you start realizing certain things, and then you start analyzing your own life. For me, it was kind of hard because I felt like I had to pick between my fiance and my daughter,
And another thing is that mother of his, I don't think she liked Erica at all. I remember, I believe, when Erica was mentioned on that Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta, that mother would be making all types of faces, honey. So, yeah, she didn't really like Erica.
Because, shit, that's even on my baby moms and Erica had a little out on social media. They was going at each other like last week.
Wow. Let me read this message from Joie, Chavis, honey. That's Bow Wow's baby mama. She put, at Erica Mena, come direct, fuck a subliminal, you stay talking, and I'm not worried about you. Why you so worried about this nobody? What could I possibly want that you have?
Last week.
Going hard. Going at each other. And I'm like,
And Erica sent out another tweet. Pathetic that you're here stalking my snap. Give yourself the label of don't be that girl. Take notes then, and don't be that girl. Ooh, cha.
Sipping my tea, watching this shit. I'm like, I don't belong in either one of y'all asses. And y'all arguing about me like this shit is stupid. I'm not on nobody's side. Y'all too grown. And this shit is just dumb what y'all doing. And for me, I'm like, I don't want no parts of it. You know what I mean? And
that is really messy that Erica, was going back and forth with the baby mom. I don't know a lot about the situation, you guys. I just know that that's messy when you are, saying shit about the baby mother. He has a child with this woman. She's not going anywhere. So it looked like you would be positive and cordial to the woman, but we know how Erica is. I also don't know what Joey was saying to Erica. Maybe she was a bit jealous. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just never know. I think it's some of all of what I'm saying, honestly, between both of them,
So for me, that is really what spawned it. I hit a wall. I didn't know how to, I tried it, but when two people just don't get along, it's not going to happen. The mother of the child doesn't want the child around the person. So I had to...
Oh, so your daughter's mother didn't want your daughter around Erica. But Erica has a child.
Sure does, yeah. but because of their situation that they have going on.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't want nobody around my kid if I don't fuck with you. And if you've been talking shit about me and I've been talking shit about you, I don't want my kid around you. I don't know what you're gonna say to my child. I don't know. So it's best we just keep it cool, keep a distance. And that's pretty much how it was. And for me, I'm not choosing nothing over my baby.
Sure.
It's my baby, you know.
Of course.
And it was times where, you know, I felt like I was in a corner and I had to choose, and that shit didn't feel good with me.
At one point, you were actually pregnant by him, and you had a miscarriage.
Mm-hmm.
How difficult was that to go through?
Very difficult. Yeah, I went through that by myself. Me and friends and family, yeah. It was difficult, but it was also a great learning lesson, you know. Everything happens for a reason. I didn't understand it, you know, at the time. I was like, you know, every possible question I could ask of why did I do something wrong, this, that, and third. And, you know, it wasn't until I got out of that situation completely that that I finally understood why it happened, you know. And, you know, it was a great learning lesson, you know. You never know who someone really is, you know, until things really, you know, till real shit hits the fan. Then, you know, you're like, oh, this is who you are, you know? And then that's when you have to be smart moving forward.
How far along were you before you ended up having the miscarriage?
I don't even want to talk about that stuff.
Okay, fair enough. Well, the one thing that when I did interview Bow Wow, like the one thing that did bother him was that
no one knew he was even having a baby. Like, that was one of the rumors that never spawned out of our relationship, that the media, it never happened. Mm-hmm. When she did that, for me, I'm looking at it like, why do you tell, or why do we feel sometimes that we have to ask the internet? These motherfuckers don't care. They're not doctors. They're not psychiatrists. They're not that. And it's just something that's natural for people to do when they, you know, I get it. She's looking for aid, or she's looking for something when you do that. You're looking for some type of sympathy or some type of attention to make you feel good. I understand. I get it. I just didn't like that out there. I didn't want that news out there.
He wanted that attention. So I guess he was mad that I beat him to the punch. I mean, he likes social media attention. You guys know that. You guys have been witnessing a lot.
What did I just tell y'all? Okay. Y'all know I have my gripes with Erica, but she is definitely right when it comes to Bow Wow.
Of his antics. You know, if he's not, you know, being talked about, he gets really, really full of anxiety. And that's when you see him lash out and make all these crazy comments or do these crazy posts. And, you know, that's just who he is. You know, this is someone that's been, you know, in the public eye since he was about 6, you know, and he's not as big as he used to be. And I think that gets to him. You know, that's why, you know, you just don't know what to expect from him each day.
You know, me and him talked about you for a little while. And, you know, I kind of try to get the reason as to why you guys broke up. And what I finally got to at the very end of that part of the interview was that he felt that ultimately he had to choose between you and his daughter. And he was choosing his daughter. From your point of view,
we broke up because I left. I left because it's no secret. I've been through a lot in my life, and I didn't know necessarily how to heal from all the things that I've been through in my life. And we've talked about it, you know, about, you know, me being in foster care and things of that nature back when we first sat down. And you know, there's things that happen in our lives that, you know, you either really like. Everyone has a different way of healing and dealing with things, you know, and I didn't always do that, and therefore you saw me lash out on Love and Hip Hop, and, you know, like I was just kind of at some point all over the place. And it was because internally I just wasn't happy with who I was as a person, and, you know, I didn't know how to mend those broken issues that I had from my past, and, you know, whatever. It's kind of hard to be with someone who is more damaged than you are.
Wow. Damn.
You know, especially when you're trying to be a better person. And when we got engaged, it was amazing because it was like, I felt like finally, like I get to be with my friend for the rest of my life. But it wasn't until I realized who my friend really was as a person, and I got to be with this person every day, that I saw like, okay, this is worse than I ever was. Like I'm over here healing, and I'm like, getting spiritual and doing whatever it takes to kind of just be a better person. And it's like, it's kind of hard to be with someone who's more damaged than you are. And that's all. I'm just going to leave it like at that, and that's why I left. And that's why to this day, I don't really comment much, because, there's a dark side to that side that needs help, honestly. And it was just best I got out of there, especially with my son being in the picture. Was there ultimatums made? Yes, but that was because the other party still wanted relations with him and felt that I didn't deserve the ring. Therefore, the child was used to get to him a lot. But ultimately, that was not the reason why we broke up.
Wow. I can see some of that happening. I could see some of that happening. I could see that maybe there was some jealousy on Joey's part. I could kind of see that happening.
We broke up because, especially after the miscarriage, true colors on who he really was, and I went my separate way, and I haven't regretted it since. So
Cool.
All right, you guys, that concludes part 4 of the Bow Wow series. We will be exploring more of Bow Wow's relationships with women in part 5. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, Brand New, and I will check you guys out later.